Guys, do you know that while TSA workers are walking off the job because, they haven't seen a paycheck in weeks, the federal government's answer is to send ICE agents into American airports. Not trained security professionals, not aviation specialists, ICE agents. And guys, here's what makes this even more alarming. Those ICE agents are getting paid. The TSA workers, they are supposed to, be helping, not a single dollar. We are talking about a deliberate restructuring of airport security during a government shutdown. And the people who, suffer most are everyday travelers just trying to get home.
So now it's been announced that they're trying to get ICE agents at airports. And they're going to literally check your identification, whether you are boarding the plane or not. So TSA is already going through enough as it is. And I think most of them, if not none of them, are getting paid for the job. So you got ICE agents that are getting paid to racially profile. They're paid to racially profile. So basically, if you are black or brown or anything but white, you are screwed at these airports.
Let's talk about what happened at the San Francisco airport with ICE. It's not to say that I agree with it, but I did want to clarify a few things. And if you have not seen the video, I'll post it here.
What is your badge number? We need to see your badge number. Show your badge number. What's the badge? This is an illegal arrest. Show the badge number.
Okay, we'll wait.
I need to see your badge number.
Step back.
I don't know who you are. You could be someone kidnapping.
As you saw in this video that's going viral online, this was a mother who was with her young daughter and they were being detained by ICE. This is a statement from the mayor in San Francisco, Daniel Lurie, who is stating that he believes that this is an isolated event and not a part of ICE being deployed at the San Francisco airport, supposedly.
The TSA is quitting their jobs. Atlanta Hartsfield is backed up 4 to 5 hours, not in the fucking baggage claim area, but back to the goddamn parking lot. And now Wigs R Us is deploying ICE agents to Atlanta airport. And baby, the T is ICE ain't prepared for this shit. They don't know what the fuck to do. That's okay. They gonna get a real Atlanta welcome. There will be a protest today at 5 p.m. at the South Terminal. TSA workers are not playing. Pay us, or you gonna get the disturbance of your life. I know everybody can't stop flying, so here's some tips to help y'all get through this shit. Turn off your biometrics on your phone and power your phone off while you're going through TSA check. Print your boarding passes. Do not do that shit on your phone. Print it out, hand it to them in paper. Decline, and I do mean decline, to any biometric face scans if you are a U.S. citizen. Bitch, you ain't got to do that. Get you an encrypted chat with Signal or WhatsApp so they can't get through that hole. And keep your head on a swivel, including with these rideshare, Lyft, Uber drivers. You never know who ICE is going to plan to be. Discuss emergency plans with your group and stay in twos just in case somebody gets snatched up. And last, make sure you got everybody's contact number written down somewhere so that in case one of y'all gets snatched up, somebody can make a phone call. Good luck and may the odds be in y'all favor.
So ICE agents have already begun to harass people at airports as Tom Homan and Donald Trump have teamed up to release ICE agents into airports due to the partial government shutdown where he is not paying TSA workers, so they're not showing up. Although ICE has no experience and only 46 days of training, they have been told that they can now run fucking airports like TSA agents, and we have exactly what we thought was going to happen, which is them harassing innocent people for no reason.
What's your name? Can show the badge. Where's the badge?
Where's your bag?
Can someone call 911?
It's there. Okay.
Where's your badge? Can I see? Let me see your badge.
Okay.
No, can I see your badge? I don't know if that's legitimate.
Because issuing a travel warning while simultaneously sending in your Gestapo to harass people that are already stuck at different locations in the world seems kind of constructive, don't you think? I don't understand why no one sees what this administration is trying to do. ICE agents are underqualified, overpaid, and instead of paying the people who have the credentials to ensure the safety of Americans as it applies to flying, you send in your Gestapo to harass people. As we just saw, it hasn't even been a full 24 hours and they are already putting their fucking hands on people. This shit is not okay. ICE does not need to be anywhere near airports or people, and I'm very scared at what this is gonna do.
So ICE is at the airport. Great. Expect more delays. Now, a Twitter user by the name of Dave E. Dana posted this image at the Atlanta airport, and you can see an ICE agent basically lurching over the shoulder of an administrator checking people into the airport. Now, according to Dave, when I was reading through the comments, he stated that this ICE agent, obviously is unmasked, didn't really do anything. He kind of just stood over this lady's shoulder as she checked people in. And it was kind of odd. Now, Dave goes on to say that the lines were still long, so everybody at the airport was thoroughly confused as to what this ICE agent was doing. He's not doing anything. I don't know if this picture made it any more clear. Like, is he in training? Are they training him to figure out how to use the system? They literally just put your ID in a machine. It comes back, ding, and they hand it right back to you. So I don't really know how much more training was needed. Now, if you're curious if ICE is going to be at your airport, according to CNN, this is the updated list of airports that are allowing ICE agents to basically stand over there and watch what you're doing. Now, funny enough, as you guys already know, I had traveled to 3 out of these 12 airports, 13 airports in the last week. I take that back. I actually went to 4 of the airports. I went from Cleveland to Newark, from Newark to Chicago, and Chicago to Phoenix. And the wait lines, because my fiance checks them, only lasted about 15 minutes. So obviously there are other anomalies as to why airport security would take longer. But in the last week, literally the last week, I just got home 2 days ago, these airports were crowded, but the line was not slow. Now, a number of people had already asked me, why was airport security so expedited when I was at the airport? To be clear, I don't have TSA and I don't have clear and I don't have global entry. I don't have any of those things. The TSA lines were faster, and here are the reasons that we were able to document. First, it didn't make you take off your shoes and your clothes. Second, they weren't using these machines to scan your IDs. They were just doing a visual scan of your ID and your boarding pass. At the Phoenix airport, they were using sniffer dogs. So once you got past the sniffer dog and the dog didn't jump on you, you were free to clear. And no, they didn't use the x-ray machine. And lastly, Clear and TSA PreCheck were literally offering people, hey, we can give you discounted rates on Clear if you join our line. And a number of people were joining the Clear line to do so, which shortened the wait times. So why all of a sudden everyone's posting these videos about the airports being crowded? Literally makes no sense to me, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Now, let's talk about what's actually happening on the ground. At Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, one of the busiest airports in the world, travelers are reporting 4 to 5 hour wait times. Lines spilling out of terminals into the parking lots. And the reason isn't just the staffing shortage, it's the chaos that comes when you put undertrained personnel into high pressure security environments. ICE agents with reportedly only 45 days of training are now setting up identification checkpoints before travelers even reach TSA screening, checking everyone, tickets or no tickets. That is not airport security, that's a dragnet. Now, I want you to sit with this for a moment, because what we are describing here is not, a logistics problem. This is a civil liberties problem, wearing costume of staffing solution. Let's be very clear about what these checkpoints actually are. ICE agents are positioned before the standard security screening areas, before the x-ray machines, before the bag checks, before any of this process that actually keep flights safe. And they are stopping everyone, not just ticketed passengers, to verify identification. If you are undocumented and you drove your cars in to catch, a 6 a.m. flight, you are now inside a dragnet that was not there last month. This is an escalation, a significant one. And for black and brown travelers, citizens with every right to be in that building, the reports coming out of Atlanta describe something deeply unsettling. harassment, physical confrontations. Agents who by multiple accounts are not there to make flying safer. They are there to make certain communities feel like they do not belong in that space. That is not a conspiracy theory. That is what some witnesses on the ground are reporting within the 24 hours of this deployment. Now, to the TSA workers in all of this, because they deserve to be acknowledged. These are professionals, people with real credentials, real training, and real responsibility for keeping the flying public safe. They are showing up. Some of them to work an unpaid shift in the middle of a political standoff. They had no part in creating. And when they get there, they are expected to guide and supervise the very agents who are collecting paychecks in their place. That is, demoralizing in a way that no official statement can, paper over. And the ones who have chosen not to show up, I'm not going to judge them. Why? Because there is a limit to what any professional should be expected to absorb. The protest scheduled at the South Terminal in Atlanta sent a message that is hard to misread. Pay us or brace for the disruption you've manufactured yourself. Now, let's zoom out, because this story is bigger than one airport and one shutdown. What we are watching is a template being tested. The question being asked quietly, institutionally, is whether immigration enforcement infrastructure can be repurposed for general public facing security roles. Whether ICE, trained for raids and detention, can be normalized inside spaces where, ordinary Americans move every single day. Airports are not just transportation hubs. They are constitutional environments. Your rights do not check themselves at the departure gate. So if you are traveling right now, especially through, major hubs, here's what informed travelers are doing. Power down your devices before reaching checkpoints. Opt out of biometric faces scans. You have the right to. Carry a printed boarding pass. Travel with someone if you can, and write down your emergency contacts on paper, not just saved in a phone that could be seized. These are not paranoid measures. These are reasonable responses to a situation that, as of this recording, is still unfolding. The government shutdown created this vacuum, but who feels that vacuum and how they feel it tells you something important about priorities. TSA workers are being asked to sacrifice. Travelers are being asked to absorb disruption and surveillance. And ICE agents, deployed into a role they were never trained for, are collecting a salary while the system they've been inserted into fractures around them. Well, guys, drop your thoughts on the comments. I need to hear what you think about this. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, stay safe.